Hey friends, welcome to ReNEW and to this week's study about serve. If you've been here for the larger study, you know that over a period of 4 weeks we're talking about the whole idea of renewal, both individually and together as a church. And we've said that there are three components that we wanted to look at, three components to good discipleship, and that is connecting, growing, and serving. So let's talk about serve. If you recall, Jesus, when he was asked what's the most important commandment, what did he say? He said really two things. He said, love God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind, and your neighbor as yourself. So serving really has to do with the neighbor, all right? So let's talk about that. Jesus said, if you so much as give a piece of bread or a cup of water to someone in his name, you're honoring him, you're serving him. And that's what we're trying to do. It's clear from the scriptures that God cares about our neighbors. He cares about the city that we live in. He cares about the people that are here. You see this in the book of Jonah in the Old Testament. Jonah is a prophet who's supposed to deliver a message to the city of Nineveh, which is an Assyrian city that's really hated by the Jews. And God really cared about them and loved them. And really he was trying to communicate through Jonah that God wanted to forgive these people, give them a second chance. You see a similar thing in the book of Jeremiah. When the people of Israel are carried off into captivity, God says through the prophet Jeremiah, wherever you're taken to, pray for the peace and prosperity of that city, whether it's Jewish or not, whether they're heathen or pagan or not. So God cares about the people around us. Now, I want to bring to you a short message here from New Horizon, the school across the street from our Fusion campus. And New Horizon is a special school, and because it's across the street from us, we have a special relationship with them. We have a number of our people who are engaged in mentoring there. One of the things we've done at New Horizon also is to help with some of the property care and improvements there during our City Reach, which I'll talk to you about in just a few minutes. Anyway, here's a message from the principal, Mr. Craig Bush, at New Horizon. And he says this to Brian Baber, who is one of our mentors there. Brian, relay this to whomever appropriate. Lynn Haven United Methodist Church is a model for how Christians should conduct themselves. Well, first let me just say that moves me and humbles me, because I'm very aware that in many ways we're not a model, and I'm very aware of my own failures as a leader. But here's a good thing we have done, and that's just what I want you to see. In spite of all of our human shortcomings as a church, there's some really great things God has done through our involvement at New Horizon. Here's a message from the lady who's a staff member at New Horizon who said, she said, I attended several of the Holy Week services at Fusion this past week, also the Good Friday evening service. It was so nice to see so many of our mentors in all the services taking leading parts. What a blessing to have mentors like Brian Baber and his dad and many others from Lynn Haven Methodist Church. And here's the part I want you to hear. Just think what could happen if all churches were like theirs. Now, let's just ask that question. What if? Well, first of all, we're not like our church. In other words, we don't do everything as well as we have done the ministry over at New Horizon. But let's ask the question, what if we did? What if all of us did those kinds of things? What kind of an impact could it make when we serve our community? Some years ago we did a demographic study of our community. And one of the things we found was that within a reasonable distance, driving distance of our church, there's something like 71,000 people. And out of those, 46,000 of them were either somewhat or very involved in their church, which meant that there are 24,000 people not involved in any kind of Christian ministry. So let's ask this question. What if those who were involved in their churches, what if 46,000 people got involved in serving this community for Christ? What a difference that would make. So that's what I want to talk to you about when we come up on an event called City Reach. Put this on your calendar, May the 4th. It's a Saturday. So City Reach is a day when we'll come together, hundreds of folks from Lynn Haven, from our church, 300 or more last year, and just get out in the community and serve in various ways. Just to love our neighbors like Christ has asked us to. And so please understand that there's something for everyone to do. I know not everyone can sing, not everyone can teach, not everyone can paint. I love the work that our Hardly Able construction crew does. They build wheelchair ramps, and they've built nearly 2,000 of them in the Panama City area for people that need them. But I had a man who came to me one time and said, "Pastor, thank you so much for the ministry of Hardly Able, because I can't sing, I can't teach a Sunday school class. There's so many things in church I can't do, but I can drive nails and cut boards." And there were tears in his eyes. And it was just a reminder to me that there's something for everyone to do to serve Christ. So, put May the 4th on your calendar. And let me just say this, friends. Whether the other 40-something thousand Christians in Panama City and Bay County area do anything or not, we are determined to serve this community in the name of Jesus. God bless you. Have a good study and discussion tonight.